What's going on? What's up, everybody? Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you be notified every time I upload. What a day yesterday was, man. What a day yesterday was, man. I seen some shit go down yesterday. Yes, I did. Definitely did. Let's get this shared up real quick, then check the weather. So let's get it cracking. Mm, 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 mm. This shared up real quick, check the weather, and we ready to rock and roll. Hopefully y'all had a good day yesterday. Like I said, I seen some shit. I went through some shit. It was just some shit, man. It is what it is. Uh-huh. Home runs. We were in the right we were in the right category. What's happening, man? What's happening, Manuel? How you doing, man? How was your day yesterday? How's it going today? Good morning. Get this shared up real fast. Appreciate the support. Um, definitely I'm no expert. You guys know that, but I'm not afraid to come on and help anyone, you know? And that's the main focus there, each one teach one, and it is what it is. All right. Saturday morning. Saturday morning. Let's take a look at this let's take a look at this weather, and we're gonna keep it, and we're gonna rock and roll from there. So let's first thing I do, I haven't looked at the weather today. Missed all the good home run plays, but I'm on it today. It's like basketball for me. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm doing same game parlays and shit in basketball, I want to stick to the highest usage players, the fastest, the fastest up pace games and stuff like that. Same thing with baseball, man. I want to target. I want to be a bully. I ain't never been no bully in my life, but when it comes to this shit, I want to be a bully, man. I want to target the bad pitching, high over unders, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to do when it comes to betting the home runs and shit like that. So here's Kevin Roth. If you guys don't know, now you know. We go through this every single day. We gotta know what the weather's gonna be. So I could just come on his page, and I'll click one of his Roto Grinders links, whatever the case may be. If I could find one interesting, he has some. He was pretty busy yesterday, so I don't see any links here. So it should be a link right here. No, 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 no. There's a link. All right. So check the weather real fast. Now the Chicago game in St. Louis Cardinals game. I should have my Cubs hat on. Um, Warm, 80 degrees weather, 80 degrees, light winds, no rain. Yellow green for Texas at New York. Storm coverage during the game looks fairly low. Could be a delay. Sure. Is it likely? No. All right. Seattle at Baltimore. A round of afternoon storms could fire up around Baltimore, moving northeast in in the early evening. This game is our best chance of seeing a delay. New York Mets at Philly, same as New York. A few storms in the general area. Chance of one going over the ballpark isn't particularly high. Okay. Boston and Chicago White Sox winds blowing in from center at 10-15 miles an hour on a hot day. Um, Colorado, interesting game here. Winds blowing in from left 10 to 15 miles an hour, but just like we all know, we don't care. It's still Coors. All right, Coors Field. So we got some hell of a field. We got some hell of a ballparks on the docket today. All right. We'll go right back to the well. We go right back to the well. Let me refresh this lineup page here. So speaking of ballparks, we all know the Chicago Cubs are playing in London, and this is going to be one. All right, this is one of those ballparks. All right, so MLB hasn't been there in quite some time, but I'll tell you what we're going to do right now. Adam Wainwright, right? See, he's given up. He's given up the most. He's pitching his worst versus left hand batters right now, giving up 1,000 OPS towards left-hand batters. In a ballpark like this, anything can go. All right, so Toshman, don't really look at him for power, but power's in play for this ballpark. Hits, runs, and RBIs, everything is in play for each and every last player here. But like I said, um, um, uh, like I said, he does give it up to his lefties. I mean, he does give it up towards lefties here. Okay, Wainwright, 1,000 OPS towards lefties. So Toshman, Bellinger, I'm going to give Bellinger the benefit of the doubt here. It's a possibility he might smack him up today. All right, probably one of my favorite bets just off BVP off history. Iron Happ. Iron Happ's got a nice history for him. Of course, this is a semi rivalry. He's been with the Cubs for a while now, and he's got 4 home runs off of him, man. Let me go to my bats here. Point some of these bats out. I want to say my top bat from here, but like I say, he's 11 for 32. He's a switch. Wainwright's giving it up towards lefty, so he can get on that left side. He's 11 for 32, 4 singles, 3 doubles, and 4 home runs. All right, so he's definitely a home run candidate there. And then you're just gonna see the ball. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna see the ball just travel in this one here. So they have that. I mean, Christian Morel, he's a righty. He's got good righty splits, 900 OPS versus right hand pitching. So Christian Morel, I couldn't talk you off of him on the righty side. But like I said, looking at the lineups here, everybody's in play. Just everybody's in play. It just is what it is. Just everybody. I can't even talk you off of it. Looking at going over here, but like I said, the lefties for the Cubs are a little bit more in play for me. All right. Now, looking at some of these pictures here, I seen a lot of walk candidates today. But in a game like this, I don't know if I'm going to end up going to a walk candidate here. But Adam Wainwright is one. You know what I'm saying? It's a possibility he can get his ass lit up and just not walk anyone, just give up a lot of hits and stuff. But like I said, Chicago, they are 5th in drawing walks here, so it's not out of the realm of possibilities. The line is fishy at a -102 for somebody who's 5 or 8 to this number on the season. So, it is what it is. All right. But like I said, on the Cubs side, my favorite bet's probably going to be lefties here. But, this ballpark can trump all of that. Ballpark trumps all of that. Okay, so I wouldn't pick a side in this one here. This game opened up at 14 and a half. It went down to 13. Now it's at 13 and a half. It's been bouncing around all game long. I probably would all night long. I probably wouldn't take the under here. I probably wouldn't even fuck with the total. I mean, if you're gonna fuck with I wouldn't even fuck with the total if I'm playing same game parlays. I mean, if I gotta lean towards the over, then how else they gonna get that? They're gonna use some bats. So I'll just take some bats. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. Either way it go, we're moving to the next game here. Arizona Diamondbacks at San Francisco Giants. Look like it might be a bullpen day for the Giants, and the Giants bullpen has been okay. Then you got Kelly on the mound. Kelly has been okay, all right. So not one of my favorite games to target right now, but like I said, Merrill Kelly has been okay. San Francisco, they've been really good versus right-hand pitching, man. They've been good, especially of late. They 4th for WRC plus versus right-hand pitching, 6th in on-base percentage there. And like I say, Kelly, his K-prop is sitting at 5.5. San Francisco will strike out, but the thing is for San Francisco right-hand pitching pitching versus St. Louis. I mean, San Francisco is either which one you're probably gonna get hit. All right. Depends on how hard you get hit before you hit that strikeout prop. So that's what it's looking like there. He hasn't faced this team. This strikeout is pretty low, but I'll probably lay off of it. Let's get a look at let's get a good look at his K rate there. 27 versus lefties and 26.9 versus righties. Okay, so then I lean towards the over there. I lean towards the over. He's got a 9% barrel rate. He will give it up. He will give up some hard contact. Looks like lefties are hitting him real hard. Maybe somebody like Jock Peterson might take his ass deep. I had him for a home run yesterday. He didn't get there, but the hit runs and RBIs, he cashed that. Speaking of hits, runs, and RBIs, before I go any further, that's a really, really important prop. That's a really, really important prop. And then RBIs in general. So I took a RBI. I took a home run prop parlay yesterday, and I did a RBI parlay yesterday. I did it with the same guys and the same results. I mean, one guy missed that, so I got a little too greedy, but it is what it is. But hits, runs, and RBIs here. Can't talk you off of that, man. These here, Cody Bellinger for a parlay piece at a 1.5. I like that. Iron Hap 2.5. I like that. Nico Horner leading off at 2.5. No, he's not leading off. Um, who's leading off? Toshman's leading off at a 2.5. I like that. So it is what it is. I can't talk you guys off of those numbers there. And then same thing with the game that I was just talking about. Was what game was that? The Diamondbacks in San Francisco. So I don't think they have this on DraftKings. They might be modifying it or something like that. So I have to. Oh, there it is. I want to take a look at Jock Peterson. It'll come out at 1.5. If he's in the lineup, I'll have some interest there. Okay, I'll have some interest there. But as of right now here, I don't know. As of right now, it's a pickup, man. I want to say Arizona, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have a side in this one. Over under 8 looks kind of interesting, but it is what it is. New York Mets at Philadelphia Phillies here. We got an over under 9.5 in the spot. Why we have an over under 9.5? I don't know Sanchez. I don't know much about Sanchez. I don't think he's in my prop star cast. Yes, he is. Oh, you know what? Sanchez is probably gonna come out and he's probably gonna pitch like 4 innings. Okay, so he's something that you can watch out for. He's probably gonna come out and pitch like 4 innings. So be careful with his props or whatever the case may be. He's probably going to come out and pitch like 4 innings. I don't have a side in this one here. He had 5 Ks in both of those innings here. I don't normally target New York Mets for strikeouts. And then Scherzer, he did pitch against Philly a few games ago. He had 9 strikeouts versus them. His strikeout line is sitting at 6.5. I'm not going there, but I can talk you off getting there if you want to go there. His outs prop is at a parlay piece at 17.5. I do like that at a parlay piece at a minus 198. So I'm probably gonna end up pulling the trigger on that. Other than that, I don't have too much. I don't have too much here. Earn run sitting at 2.5. It was one. If it was 1.5, I would take a stab at it. But it is what it is. Couldn't talk off his Ks and the over. Outs for him. Bats in that one, I ain't really too much looking at bats. I'm gonna stick to the plan here. I took a stab at this game. Look, the line looks really, really fishy here for this Texas Rangers game. I took the stab at the Texas Rangers money line last night at minus 120. It's at a minus 138 right now. Still not a bad money line price if you want to get there. Severino, I'm looking at Severino. Couldn't talk off his walks here. He's hit this number in 4 of his last 6 games. So 1.5 walks. Yeah, I like that. You know what I'm saying? So I could talk off of that with the bats that these guys have over here. They 19th to drawing walks. So it is what it is. Earn runs. He's been giving up the home runs, especially towards righties. So the right hand batters and a host of batters are in play here. Probably my favorite bat is gonna be Seager. He's over 1,000 OPS towards right hand pitching. I want to say, let me find Seager here. Yeah, he's over 1,000 OPS towards right hand pitching. So there you have that. And then Severino, he's giving up an 800, almost 900 OPS to righty. So Garcia, guys like that, Simeon, those guys are in play. It's going to be Texas Rangers money line parlays run line straight. The line does look fishy, but it is what it is. Seattle Mariners at Baltimore Orioles here. I think I want to get a picture lean to a Seattle Mariners here. Cremer's on the mound. Miller's on the mound. Baltimore favorites right now. Don't have a play on this game. Don't have a play on this game. I was looking at the walks for it's a bunch of walk candidates on this slate, because you're gonna hear me say that a few times. You know what I'm saying? So it's a bunch of walk candidates on this slate here. You know, this guy's he's 15 to this walk prop here. You'll get it at a -117. Seattle ninth in the league at drawing walks right now. He's been walking batters as of late. You know what I'm saying? So the walk prop is in play there. 17.5 for the outs for him. It's interesting. You get there at a -155. That's an interesting play. That means he had to get six. You got to go 6 innings. Okay. The K's have been kind of up there for him. So right now he's sitting at 5.5. Seattle on the season right now is second in striking out versus right hand pitching. Creamer. His K rate. Let's take a look at his K rate. Bryce Miller, he got a 22% K rate, 15.2 versus lefties, and 27.7 versus righties. And then Creamer, his K rate is at 20.7, 19.4 versus lefties, and 21 versus righties. All right, barrel percentage is up. He will give up a long ball or so. It's hard for me to nail down this offense for Seattle. They've been on one as of late, so I couldn't talk you off anything in this one here. Maybe an over 9. That might be in play, but I'm not, soon as I jump on Seattle, that's when they're going to fall off. So I'm going to fall back. You know what I'm saying? It's 14, 15 games. I can't possibly nail down all these games. Ain't no way possible I could do that. 16.5 outs for Bryce Miller looks intriguing. But, never know when these Baltimore bats are going to pop out versus right-hand pitching there, okay? Honorable mention, I didn't put them in my player pool, but the bats, you know what? I think I had Kalenic in my player pool because I was looking at some of these. Let me see. I was looking at some of these pitch mixes here. Shit, that four-seam. Who doesn't hit the four-seam fastball? But I was looking at that fastball cutter. Kalenic looks okay versus that. The barrel percentage is down on that, but he looked okay on that one. That fastball sinker. I mean, these fastballs. Kalenic looked pretty good with that one. And if he come across that one with that 30% barrel rate on that one, he's hitting that one hard. All right. So if he come across that one, so you can check the lineup and see if he's in the lineup. Then I wouldn't mind going to Kalenic here. He's been off. So that's one sleeper bat I was looking at. Couldn't talk you off the other kid. Couldn't talk you off. He might hit a home run today because I took him 2 games in a row and he didn't hit a home run. What is his name? Ryan O'Hearn. All right, I didn't look at the pitch mix for him, but this guy Miller. He throws a ton of fastballs, man. So the barrel isn't up for him, but he don't strike out much versus that. You never know. I had him yesterday for a home run. Santana went yard. So, there it is. There's my luck. Oakland Athletics at Toronto Blue Jays. We got an over under 9 in this spot. All right. We got Harris on the mound. We got Harris on the mound. We got Berrios on the mound. Now Berrios have been giving it up, man. I think the dogs could be barking in this one here. Yesterday, that's why it's important to check the lineups because yesterday, Oakland Athletics they ran out 7 lefties yesterday. Okay, they ran out 7 lefties. That's why I say got to make sure you check the lineup. Let's see what their projected lineup looked like. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so 5. So they ended up running out 7 lefties yesterday, and that's hard. That's hard on the pitcher. That's hard on the pitcher, man. That's hard on the pitcher. All right. So I know a lot of people just gonna be like, Toronto Blue Jays money line parlays or run line straights, but you do have time. The numbers are already juiced up. If you want to take a look at the lineups and see what it does, then be my guest. But I had a bat here that I was really, really, really on, and that would be um, Matt Chapman. Matt Chapman got over 1,000 OPS versus lefties. Hogan Harris, he's been pitching good though. You know what I'm saying? But Matt Chapman, he's a hits, runs, RBI, home run candidate here. All right, so he's probably going to end up going into my home run parlay. Maybe we'll see. But he's definitely a home run candidate right there. All right. His barrel rate is up. Excuse me, y'all. His barrel rate is up. He's probably got the highest barrel rate on the team. I could check that real quick for you guys. Um, he's probably got the highest barrel rate on the team for the batters there. Let me go back. I use a lot of different sites, y'all. I'll just be all over the place. Baseball Savant, just a lot of different sites. But yeah, looking at the barrel, he will strike the fuck out though. That's one thing. He will strike out. 18.7 barrel rate there for Chapman. And then um I don't know what the barrel percentage looked like for Hogan Harris. 6.3. Meh, you know what I'm saying? Jose Barrios 7.8. Barrios just, he wasn't, he ain't the best right now. He's not in the best form right now. So, it is what it is. I can get a hand in this for you guys. Let me check Barrios out. Let me see. They are playing against the Oakland Athletics, right? I think he gives it up to the lefties a little bit more. Or he might be giving it up to both. Barrios, he gives it up. He pitches his worst towards lefties, but he's not that bad, you know what I'm saying? So lately, what he's been doing lately, the earned run department's been looking okay for me. I mean, the last few games, that's okay. He's shown the ability to walk a little bit. The outs is intriguing to me. That's one thing where I probably want to go to. Oakland, they number 3 in striking out on the season, but lately they've been a little bit better at striking out. Well, I want to look at him. If I think he's gonna have an okay game at least, I'll be looking at his outs. For a parlay piece of the 17.5. All right. But at the end of the day, it's still going to be Toronto Blue Jays or nothing for me. Moneyline parlays, run line straights. But I want to see that lineup that these Oakland Athletics run out. If they run those lefties out, then it is what it is. I might fall back. Atlanta Braves at Cincinnati Reds. Ashcraft on the mound. Schuster on the mound. Both of these pitchers here, they will walk batters here. I can show you guys right now. That's not a good recipe, especially in a ballpark like this. Ashcraft, he's just coming back. We don't know how long he's going to pitch. He just came back from injury. We don't know how much he's going to pitch, how long he's going to pitch. So that's one thing to take a look at there. But 3 walks versus Atlanta. That was in the beginning of the season, so I wouldn't take too much into consideration. But he's 9 for 13 to this walk prop, and so it's the line is fishy because it's a -127, and you get it. You get it at 1.5 because Atlanta, they 10th in drawing walks, and you know that they he's probably going to be limited. So that's one thing you got to keep an eye out on. And then Schuster will give up the walks too. Okay, so he's 6 of 8 to this number. Cincinnati, they 19th in drawing walks though, so that's one thing that's but it's a -198 a parlay piece. If you want to get there, be my guest. Those are important things to point out there. Okay, on top of this ballpark. This ballpark, man. This ballpark produces runs here. I took the over yesterday. I caught it when it first came out at 10.5. I should have live betted it up. I don't know what I was thinking about. Right now we have a over under set at 12. Couldn't talk you off of it. And then the bats. You're probably one of those like me, that like just don't want to get on that train, and then just scared to get on that train, but that train been off the chain. You're probably like me. That's how I am sometimes. I just, if I miss it, I just stay off of it, and That's one thing that I need to not do. I need to get on them trains. Baseball, this baseball is really streaky. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I don't really care who wins this game. I just like for these guys to put up runs, and yeah. So, as you know, Atlanta's been scorching hot versus right-hand pitching, and it is what it is. So, always versus right-hand pitching, always my top bats are going to be Olsen and Acuna. Always, they're going to be my top bats for Atlanta versus right-hand pitching. And then I got some other guys. All right. So Matt McClain, he's somebody I'm looking at. 923 OPS versus lefties here. Joey Votto, big power here. You can go back to Fraley. Fraley, I took him for a home run. Didn't straight bet him, threw him in a parlay, and that shit. I missed it by one. Drury. I couldn't round robin it because it was multiple from the same game. So it is what it is. Then I did a few round robins yesterday, man. I needed Tatis and or fuck, who else was that? I forgot. So it is what it is. All right. So Joey Votto, yeah. Pointed him out yesterday. Loved him. Still like him anytime in this park. Yeah, anybody can get it. But Matt McClain is somebody who I'm really, really looking at. Let's take a look at the hits, runs, and RBIs for this game real quick. Corey Seager sitting at 2.5 right now. Marcus Semien, I like that. What game was that? Okay, so we got Austin Riley's got good numbers versus this guy too. Matt McClain, parlay piece. They know he's due today. He hits RBIs all the way up to a home run. Minus 165. I can't lay that juice. Ronald Acuna, 2.5, minus 115. I like that. Spencer Steele, I like a lot of them, man. And I like a lot of these guys. Anytime the runs been supposed to be put up, Matt Olson 2.5. I like that too. And you can look at these guys for RBIs as well. Okay, Joey Votto minus 110. I like that. 1.5. I like that. Yep, I like that. All right. So I'm not picking the side in this one here. I can't. I'll stick to the bats. All right, I'll stick to the bats there. Pittsburgh Pirates and Miami Marlins. For some reason, I didn't even look at this guy. I don't know. It must have been off the board and I missed it. I didn't even look at this game. That's crazy. So I'm probably gonna have to pass. Probably gonna have to pass on this one here. I didn't even look at this game, man. This game went right over my head. I could do a quick drive by. Check out some of these numbers. Actually, this number they only have Bido out right now on so I'm gonna end up just skipping this game. I'm gonna skip this game here. I'm gonna skip this game. I didn't. I'm gonna skip this game. Okay. They go right here to this Kansas City Royals at Tampa Bay Rays game here. Huh? You say you seen that home run parlay? Yeah, it wasn't. Hey, it is what it is, man. I used to be like that a few years ago, but man, I don't give a fuck no more. I don't really do those like that. And if I did those like that, I would have never had fucking Drury in there. Even though we know Drury got that pop, he'll go home run. But the guys that I had in there outside of Drury was the guys. They were chalk. You know what I'm saying? Those was the guys who were supposed to hit the home runs, and they went out there and did it. I was never supposed to put him in there. For the over on hitter strikeouts, what's up? All right, you speaking my language. You speaking my language on that. Well, I'll go through some in a second. Let's get to this game right here. Jordan Lyles, ass. Okay, and I don't too much want to back Krynos here. We got over under 9 in this spot. I expect runs to be put up here. Okay, so looking at let's look at Jordan Lyles. Don't want to mess with a strikeout prop. The outs, I don't want to mess with a strikeout with his outs prop. As you can see, they are number one in WRC plus and on base percentage versus right hand pitching. The walks is a possibility. He will give up, this 1.5 walks there. So a lean towards the over there. Hits allowed. He's just been getting hit. Like I said, they number one in WRC plus and on base percentage. And the earned runs, he didn't give up. He didn't giving up. Look at that. He didn't giving up. What is this line sitting at 2.5? Couldn't talk off of that at a minus 178. It'll be 3.5 in a little while. For a parlay piece, it's giving up 4 earned runs or more in every game except for 3 or 4, man. So he's been getting his ass tore the hell up. All right. On the flip side, Krynos, Chirinos, I don't really want to. I want to see what his outs line come out at, but I really don't want to back him right now. I don't want to back him right now. If he can go out there and give up a couple runs, then I can see the over hitting here. So, probably lean towards, it'll probably be. I'll probably look at. Let's see. I'll probably look at Tampa Bay in the over. Maybe get a line total parlay going here. Tampa Bay in the over, or just shit. I don't know. Let me see. What was it? 9. We got 8.5 here. We got 6.5 here. You can go Tampa Bay minus 1.5 and over 6.5. But I don't want to be throwing shit out there that I know I ain't finna put my money on. But we can look at it. You can go +1. Tampa Bay Rays +1.5 and over 6.5. That's some shit there. Parlay piece right there. I ain't scared of that. At all. Tampa Bay +1.5 and over 6.5. I ain't scared of that. No, sir. So it's you gotta explore. You know what I'm saying? You gotta explore. All right. So it is what it is. All right. But at the end of the day, yeah, it'd probably be Tampa Bay Rays, moneyline parlays, run line straight for me. But I probably, that minus 270, I can't really do nothing with that on the money line. But I like I like a bat. I got a few bats here that I like, but one I want to point out here, the usual suspects they in play for Tampa Bay. You don't need nobody to tell you that. But Josh Lowe, he's 4 for 8 versus Lyles. Had 2 singles, a double, 0 home runs. Okay, Jordan Lyles is pitching his worst versus left-hand pitching, and he might. It's a possibility he might go boom there. So what I'm looking at here, lefty versus him, pitching his worst versus him. He's 4 for 8 versus him. Let me get the hits, runs, and RBIs. I think it's at 1.5. Let me see. I think it's at 1.5. Good morning, Miss Walter. I don't want to butcher your name right off the back. Let's see. Minus 140. Give me the hits, runs, and RBIs there. All right, 1.5. But I couldn't talk you off the rest of these guys here. I see 1.5 for everybody, man, except for Diaz. Everybody else probably chalked up. A Rosarina minus 160. You can use those for a parlay piece. I ain't gonna butcher your name. Shalana. Shalana. It's gotta be Shalana. It's got to be Shalana. It's got to be. Yep. So yeah, and then like I said, the rest of these guys are Rosarina, Franco. He been wilding out. What he been doing, Chris? What he been doing? All right. Yes. All right. Okay. All right, for sure. What do we got here? Yeah. So, like I said, the Kansas City Bats could be in play here. Appreciate it. That's what I'm here for, man. I'm not an expert, but I'm here to share anything I can with you guys. Like I said, Lyles giving up his worst pitch, worst to left-handed batters there. All right. Boston Red Sox at Chicago White Sox here. We got an over under 8.5. And let's talk about these two guys here. We got Paxton on the mound. We got Lynn on the mound. All right. Okay. All right. So look at here. I'm looking at a few things here. All right. When they suspend, I didn't even see that, man. I didn't even see that. Paxton. Okay, so Paxton. All right, so Paxton. Let's look at it. Let's take a look. Let's take a dive in this one here. All right, let's take a dive in this one here. All right, so we know Chicago White Sox, air quotes, known to hit lefties, right? So that's one thing. Now we got Paxton on the mound, who's pitched well. All right, K percentage 32%, 21% versus lefties, 36% versus righties. All right, what is the White Sox going to roll out there? They're going to roll out there some righties. So he's got a 36% K rate towards righties. On the other hand, Boston, we got Lance Lynn, who's sporting a 26.9 K percentage towards everybody, with a 24.5 to lefties and 29.1 towards righties. This team will. I don't really target Boston Red Sox for strikeouts, but you know, at the end of the day, these White Sox got some tough strikeout pitchers, man. You know, they got some tough strikeout pitchers. I give it to them. I give it to them. So we got to look at these splits, because I always forget. Did I write it down? Oh, I might have wrote it down last night. Okay. So what I wrote down was the walks was in play for Lynn and left-hand batters versus Lynn on the road. No, at home. He got some crazy splits. Let me show you. Lynn. Okay. He got some crazy splits, okay? Lance Lynn. I don't know if they that bad though, but I was just looking at it. I was falling asleep last night, just trying to take a few notes, because man, capping 15 games a day is not very easy. You know, at some point I'm gonna start coming on here and just giving out the plays I like, which I think that's short undercutting. I'd rather go through the whole shit. I ain't even gonna lie. You know, but maybe, you know, because I'm not the type that really give out picks like that, because at the end of the day it might be 14, 15 games, but I might have 2-3 picks, you know what I'm saying? Not a lot of picks. Like a lot of people have a lot of picks. Versus lefties, batting average 348 versus righties 209, okay? Excuse me. Home versus lefties, home versus where they at? They at home, right? Yeah. So this is where it fucking get interesting at. Lance Lynn is crazy. Home versus right hand pitching. His home and away. All right, so yeah, home and away. So all right, so home and away. All right, so he's giving up to lefties home and away. All right, so I thought it was just at home, some crazy shit. But yeah, home versus lefties, 333 batting average. Home versus righties, 320, 250. Away 360. Home away versus righties, 184. So that's something to keep an eye out on. You know, let's go to the advanced stats here, where we can see some K numbers here. Now his K numbers is pretty strong throughout the way, but when you look at home versus lefties, its K percentage is the least out of all of it, which is 20.5 at home versus lefties. For some reason, I can go back and look at, because I didn't look at that. Let me go back and look at these plate appearances at home versus lefties. Innings pitched 17, total batters faced 83. Okay. So you have to look at this type of shit, man. You know, so your eyes don't deceive yourself. So, like I said, so at the end of the day, I'll be targeting lefties versus him. I'll be targeting lefties versus him. So, of course, you know how that's going to be. Rafael Devers, he's 2 of 13 versus him. Masaka Yoshida, he didn't see him yet. All right. Masaka Yoshida, Lance Lynn's giving up 1,000 OPS versus lefties. So Devers 742 OPS versus right hand pitching, and Masaka Yoshida is 800 OPS versus righty. These are two bats that I know I'm gonna have some interest in on this team. That's why I pinged them in. And then Luis Robert, James Paxton on the other side. He's got good case stuff here. Just Luis Robert is really, really good versus righties. I mean lefties. He's 1,000 OPS versus lefties. He's only 0 for 1 for him. You can just say he really didn't see him. And Luis Robert can really take. He can hit lefties really, really well. He can take lefties to the moon here. Okay. Let me see something, man. Let me check out how good he is versus. I always like to look at splits, man. Something you guys should do. Just go through one of your favorite batters. Just go through and really, really check them out, man. Splits, home run splits, and shit like that. Just really, really dive into them. That will give you the confidence to say, hey, okay, I want to put money on this guy. 131 WRC plus, slugging 529. Batting average is at 263 with 18 home runs. That's phenomenal right now for him. For real, for real. Let's see what he's doing versus lefties and righties. I know his numbers goes way up, I bet. Average 389 versus lefties. Yeah, versus a 232 versus righties. Home versus lefties, 462. Yeah, okay. That's what I want to look at. Home versus lefties. Home versus righties, 217. Okay. I want to look at some of these advanced numbers for these strikeouts and yada, yada, yada. But yeah, so he's got a high strikeout rate all the way through. That's important because Paxton, he's got over a 30% strikeout rate. He will strike your ass out. So, but what do we got? Versus lefties in general, 778 slugging, 1246 OPS, 389 isolated power, 242 WRC plus, 500 WOBA. At home versus righties, that shit probably, let me see. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Versus righties in general, away versus righty, home versus righty. Damn. Let me see. Away versus righties. Home versus righties. This WRC plus go down. That's crazy. But righties in general, I'll just stick with the righties. No, I'm sorry, lefties. I'm so sorry. Home versus lefties. Damn, what am I looking at? Okay, home versus lefties. 1,400 OPS versus lefties in general, 1.2 versus lefties on the road. I mean, at home, 1.4. It goes up a little bit. Isolated power versus lefties, 389, 423 at home. Oh, shit. Slugging at home. Slugging versus lefties is 778. Goes up 100 at home versus lefties in general. Goes up 100 there. And goes up about 50 on the WRC plus. So yeah, he's really good at home, man, versus left-hand pitching. Those are some things that you guys could look at. The shit don't always pan out, but that's when you start building up confidence to bet on somebody. That's when you start looking out, crossing your T's and dotting your I's, man. So yeah. I don't think the strikeout prop for James Paxton moved. 6.5. I don't know where it opened up at, but he's 5 or 7 to this number on the season. Versus left-hand pitching on the season. Chicago White Sox are striking out at the 14th most there, and he hasn't faced his team. He does have good case stuff, y'all. He does have good case stuff, but it is what it is. When you want to look at strikeout percentages and things like that, some of these batters does. You can go to in general, all pitch types, and you could just start looking at some strikeout percentages there. You know what I'm saying? Yada yada yada. Okay. So at the end of the day, I do want to give a lean towards Chicago White Sox, but the line is fishy, and I just don't know which Lance Lynn I'm going to see. All right, and I don't know what lineup these. I want to see the lineup. I want to see the lineup. Where I want to see the lineup. I want to see this lineup what they're going to run out. So it's a few things that I want to see right now. Projected lineup. Let's see. This is the projected lineup: Verdugo, Devers, Yoshida, Devers, Casas, whatever. I don't know. But if they run these lefties out like that, I might end up looking at them. And then, like I say, Tim Anderson, Robert, Berger, is definitely a home run candidate. Jake Berger is. They got some guys that hit lefties, but I think I still want to lean towards Boston here on the road. We'll see. Milwaukee Brewers and Cleveland Guardians here. I don't have nothing for this game as of right now. We do know Peralta has good K stuff, but I don't target Cleveland versus for strikeouts. I do not. So that's one thing I don't do. Any lineup page will give you the projected lineups. So I'm just gonna tell you what it is. Any lineup page. So here's the thing. This is a perfect example right here. What you see in yellow is confirmed lineup. What they put out that's not in yellow, that's not confirmed, is projected. So whatever site, this is probably not even the best site for this, but I just use it because I had a bookmark for about 7 years already. I started off playing fantasy and shit like that. I had a bookmark for almost 10 years. I need to come off this site though. I need to go to another site that gives me a lot more information. But this is just a site that I've always had bookmarked. But any lineup that you see that's not confirmed would be a projected lineup. Anything that's confirmed is just simply confirmed. This lineup right here in yellow is confirmed. Okay, so there you have that. I might go back to Fantasy Labs. That might be a good one. Yeah, so there you have that, bro. Where the fuck was I at? Okay. Peralta, did I have anything in here? I think I did. It's all these right here. What you see in my player pool over here is walk props. They walk props. It's a bunch of walk candidates today, including these guys here. Looking at Freddie Peralta here, Cleveland, 20th in drawing walks, but he's 10 for 14 at this walk prop at the minus 129 there. And then Tanner Bybee, he's been giving up walks after late. He's 50% to this number here. I point out a lot of walks, and then I try to pick out at least two that I really want to get to. But as far as the game side in this one here, I'm going to lean towards Cleveland in this one here. I think if you can get past a few bats on this game here, you might be all right. You know what I'm saying? Bobby might be all right. Might not bet this game. Not a fan of. I actually, beginning of the season, I was a fan of Peralta, but what he's been doing lately has not been ideal. Okay, so slight lean towards Milwaukee here. Peralta with a strikeout prop like that. At 4.5. This is a tough team. Cleveland, it's a tough team to pick on for strikeouts, but I can see him getting there, but I'm not betting it. I'm not. Minnesota Twins at Detroit Tigers. Here we got Olsen on the mound, Lopez on the mound. We got an over under 8 in this spot. I was looking at a same game parlay in this one here. I got interest in the Minnesota Twins in this one here. I don't bet on these motherfuckers, but I've got interest in it. I was looking at something simple. Just trying to take them on the money line and just going back here and making my own player performance doubles at 5Ks in the money line. Nothing too much to ask for. And watch, if I bet this, they're going to make it some way for it to be too much to ask for. I should have took it this morning because it was a minus 109. The numbers flew up at now it's minus 132. So if I put that 6Ks in a win, that's going to be plus 100. Can he do it? Yes, he can do it. Pablo Lopez, yes, he can do it. He can do it. His K prop sitting at 6.5. He's been smashing this number. He hasn't faced Detroit this season. Detroit 8th in striking out versus right-hand pitching. But man, Detroit lately has been good, WRC plus versus right-hand pitching, and they probably been better in the strikeout department. So they 8th on the season. Let me take a look here. What are they? what have they done for us lately? I think the last 2 weeks is where they've been better at. Last 2 weeks versus right hand pitching strikeouts. Detroit striking with the 400 plate appearances. They 17 versus 8 on the season. WRC plus 29th on the season. Detroit is 10th in the last 10 days there. I mean last 2 weeks there. So they definitely been a little bit better. Like I said, that on the season WRC plus, Detroit is 28th. So last 2 weeks they've been a little bit better in the strikeouts and WRC plus category there. But hey, does Pablo Lopez got that shit? Yes, he does have that shit. I think he pitches. I think he strikes out the. I think his highest K percentage to righties. Yeah, so 29% across overall, 24.5 to lefties, and 33% towards righties. I lean towards the over strikeouts for him. Then fuck it, it is what it is. It is what it is. I think he could. Yeah, I think he could. And you're looking at some of these strikeouts over here: 22%, 25, 26, 24 and a half, 26. They got some batters that will strike out. I like the strikeout prop for him, man. I ain't gonna lie. He go out there and fumble that ball, then he fumble it, then he fumble it. It might be at 7.5 on FanDuel by now. Let's take a look. What is it? 6.5 at a minus 130. Yes, I like that. 8 strikeouts at a plus 148, 9 at a plus 285, 10, 11, yada, yada, yada. You'll get better odds, too, if you go to the Prayer Performance Doubles. If you like these guys to win, you could get 8 strikeouts in the win at a plus 240, 7 strikeouts at a plus 145. Me, my little cheap, scary ass, if I think they're going to win, I'm going to take the 6 strikeouts in the win, the bare minimum. But Olsen, man, I didn't too much look at Olsen, man. This will be his 5th game pitched, okay? So his last 2 games, he's giving it up. Minnesota, they will strike out, though, fam. They will strike out. They're number 1 in striking out versus right-hand pitching on the season, and it hasn't changed. So this is where you can probably find some value at. Let's check the numbers here. This is probably where you're going to find some values at. I almost forgot. Okay, Olsen. Decent K rate. However, versus right hand pitches, he's at 20.5, and versus lefties. So he's striking lefties out a little bit more. But the righties though, man, he's got a 9% barrel rate. These righties they gonna roll out some righties. I didn't take out any bats here, but damn. Let me see. This prop is sitting at 5.5. I couldn't talk you off of it, man. I couldn't talk you off of it because Minnesota, they striking out for real. They striking out for real. And the people that were hurt, them motherfuckers was high strikeout candidates, man. So, I mean, shit. Look, what was this? Last 2 weeks, Minnesota, number 1, right? That's 29% and 300 plate appearances. Minnesota, they bad. Look at them the last 30 days. 746 plate appearances. They still number 1 striking out. On the season, they just don't stop. They number 1. So shit, when I get to point motherfuckers out, gyms and shit out, man, and then I go to it and they don't get there, I be feeling defeated, man. I be feeling defeated because I want to take, that's value right there. Olsen, because you can look at his strikeout props and what he's done lately. He went out there against Kansas City and struck their ass out 8 times. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Philly and Atlanta, of course, man, they gonna hit him. They're going to smack him around, of course, man. So, hey, we'll see. We'll see, man. What y'all think? Let me know in the comments, man. What y'all think? Take the 5.5, fade, or ladder his ass up. I don't know. Man. That's making me looking at the under a little bit more now. I don't know, man. We'll see, man. Minnesota, I do not bet on Minnesota, man. They are so wishy-washy, but it is what it is, man. I might just take this money line off. I might as well go ahead, not bet on them, and find me some value right here in the K department, man. Straight up. I might as well take that shit right on off of that. Maybe get a maybe get a maybe go for something like a no runs first inning, or maybe under 1.5 runs there. My scary ass would go with the under 1.5 runs. I love that. The minus 355 in the same game parlay, and maybe just go with like what fast 4 strikeouts and what 6 strikeouts or some shit. That's a plus 101. I can't go with the fast strikeouts. You could fast strikeouts and lay some juice if you want to. Hey, be my guest. Shit, profit is profit. I don't care what the hell it is. Profit is profit. All right, so that's one thing there. All right, so lean towards. I'm telling you, lean towards Minnesota. Lean towards the over. Both strikeouts for these guys, man. Damn, man, must be nice if you just come out here and just get. Let's see something. If you could get 7 strikeouts for Olsen, and we can get 8 Ks for Lopez, that's a plus 60. Ooh, what about 8 Ks if he's. That's my problem. I get too greedy. I don't know. I get too greedy, man. Watch that shit come to fruition. I don't know. It is what it is. We just, hey, at the end of the day, we gambling. Be responsible, man. Straight betting is major key. Houston Astros at Los Angeles Dodgers here, over under 8.5 in the spot. And I'm going to lean towards the Dodgers in this one, of course. Moneyline parlays, run line straights. Most importantly, I like these right-hand batters, okay? Favorite bat here is going to be it's time for him to pop back out. JD, 868 OPS versus righties. Blanco's giving up a 926 OPS versus righties. They do have some lefties that can hit righties well over here. Give me the Los Angeles Dodgers here. All right. Mookie Betts. My favorite bat's going to be JD. Will Smith will take your ass yard too. 18 OPS versus righty. I'm gonna say the small talk. I'm gonna just lean towards the Dodgers here and the righties. JD gonna be my favorite bat there. I'm gonna put him in my home run parlays as well. All right. Didn't look at too much of the bats here for Houston Astros here. Let me see something. Miller does have good case stuff. He got some case stuff. He does have that. He just gave up 7 runs to San Francisco. Other than that, he's been good. Hasn't given up more than more than one run outside of this one right here. Okay. Outs can be intriguing. I don't know what his number is going to come out at. I'm watching that. This is they projected him to come out and pitch 6 innings. If it comes out at 6 innings, I think I'll have some interest there. So I'm going to end up liking that. The walks, I ain't going to fuck with the walks. I ain't going to fuck with the hits allowed or nothing like that. Blanco, he's been okay. Giving up more than 2 runs only twice this season here. The Dodgers. I think this is a time. I think this is where the Dodgers bats wake up, though. I ain't even gonna lie. I think they wake up here. If they don't, man, because they've been kind of anemic lately. You know what I'm saying? But this kid's been pitching good. He's been pitching good. This is where he's just started to get stressed out at. This last, so I want to see where his outs come out at. All right, because he was coming in doing a reliever thing or whatever case may be. But I want to see where his outs come out at. He's been pitching okay last 3 games. So the last 3 games is the games where he got stressed out at. He's only given up more than 2 runs once there. So I can't be too mad at him. But I think this is a game where they come out. The Dodgers might come out to play here. I think they come out to play here. Washington Nationals at San Diego Padres, over under 9 in the spot. Waldron. I don't know about Waldron. I don't know much about Waldron. I don't know anything about Waldron. I was looking at him on Fangraphs, and I didn't see him. Okay, it's a pass for me. Oh, versus Grado, righty. I like the lefties there. I like Soto here. He hit a bomb yesterday. Couldn't talk you off. Soto is in play. He hits lefties well. Okay, so it is what it is. Soto's in play here. His hits, runs, and RBIs. We got over under 9 in this spot. I don't even know if Waldron is a lefty or a righty. I need to see. I don't even know if he's a lefty and a righty. I couldn't even find him. And they don't even have this. They don't even have this game out. They don't even have this game out on props. I don't even know his full name. Let me see. Let me see over here. Plate IQ. Let me go. Let me see. I don't even. I don't like that. Fucking around with people I don't know. They don't even got his name up here. He. This is a creative player. This is a nobody. They didn't. Who is he? I'm gonna have to go to the last resort and Google this guy. Who the fuck is this guy? It is what it is, man. I'm off this one here, man. Los Angeles. Oh, nothing. Nothing. Los Angeles Angels at Colorado Rockies. Y'all already know the deal. When you got that over under 12 and a half, shit, y'all know what the deal. Home run galore, man. What the fuck? Shit. Right back to the well, man. Same motherfuckers, man. I'm getting my revenge back with Drury today. He might pop one, but the same guys, man. I can't talk you off none of those guys, man. The same guys, man. Ohtani, Trout, they should just do this shit. They should hit a home run every fucking game in this series, man. This Colorado Rockies park, y'all know the deal with that. Y'all know the deal with this park. Hits, runs, and RBIs, hit parlays, hit parlays, RBI parlays. If you got like that home run parlay I did yesterday. The same guys, I took them and did the hits. I took them and did RBIs, and Jury messed that up. He didn't even get an RBI. So, I took him and did. I missed all of them by one. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I got the hit parlay. I hit the hit parlay, missed the home run, missed the RBI parlay. Okay, that's how that went. But I was having fun. Trying to you got to shoot. Somehow you ain't gonna hit the lotto if you don't play it. And with that being said, guys, let me do a quick rundown. All right, let me do a quick rundown. Josh Lowe hits, runs, and RBIs all the way to a home run. Luis Robert, same shit. Hits, runs, RBIs all the way to a home run. He will strike out though. We'll see. But he hits. Paxton is a good pitcher. Devers, I would look to Devers for hits, runs, RBIs up to a home run. Yoshida doesn't hit for as much power as somebody like Devers, so it is what it is. But he's in play. Harper, I didn't talk to him. He's self-explanatory. This boy is due for a home run. He's got 3 home runs versus Scherzer. Morel, he hits righties well. Jock Peterson, if he's in the lineup, it should be going down. He doesn't have a home run versus him, but he's a home run candidate. Ryan McMahon, home run candidate. Nolan Jones, gotta keep an eye out on Nolan Jones here. This guy's pretty good. Okay, in Coors Field, he might go boom. Diaz, we know he's got good boom shit. Now he hit a grand slam last night. Shohei Ohtani, you know the drill. Matt McClain, he's a home run candidate today. Hits, runs, and RBI as well. Same thing with Acuna. Same thing with Votto. Same thing with Olsen. Betts. JD is one of my favorite home run candidates today, right along with Soto. Will Smith, if he's in the lineup, home run candidate. Iron Happ's got 4 home runs versus this guy. Carson's in play. Whole Cubs game is in play. Ramirez, hits, runs, and RBIs in play. Matt Chapman, home run candidate. Kalinick, I liked him versus that pitch miss. That's how he made it. Hits, runs, and RBI is for me. Corey Seager, home run. Hits, runs, and RBIs, home run. Reyes, this guy's self-explanatory. You already know the deal with him. Man, Joey went sold my 6-man for that over on the K's, but still cash. Yes, man. That shit was crazy. Minnesota just came out like, we will not be denied. You know what I'm saying? So anything else from anybody before I get out of here? Just roughly go back through the games here. Just quick thoughts here. Everybody's in play for the Chicago Cubs game here. Home runs, whatever the case may be. Arizona Diamondbacks, this game does have an underfield with it, but the Giants will hit righties. Okay, they will hit righties. They will strike out. They've been hitting righties more than they've been striking out versus righties lately. Couldn't talk you off the K prop for Scherzer. He hit this number. He hit 9 Ks, I think 8 or 9 Ks versus in the last matchup. Sanchez probably won't go more than 4 innings. It's going to be Texas Rangers or nothing for me in this spot. I took them at minus 120 last night. The line was fishy, still is fishy. Severino been giving it up, especially to righties. This game here, I'm really undecided with this Mariners game. I'm gonna lay off the Mariners because they've been playing good. If I bet on them, they ask gonna lose. So there you have that. Keep an eye out for the Oakland Athletics lineup. If they roll out those left-hand batters, they trying to come win the game. Okay. And then Chapman is my favorite home run candidate from this game. Keep an eye out on Brent Rooker from Oakland Athletics. If he's in the lineup, he's a home run candidate. Brent Rooker. I don't have to say nothing about this Braves game. Come on now, y'all. I didn't look at the Pittsburgh Pirates game. Lyles is ass. He's giving it up. I don't really want to back Tampa Bay Rays. I did look at. I ain't gonna say I don't want to back him. I don't normally back Chirinos, however you say his name. But yeah. I told you I looked at for a parlay piece. I looked at the over. The line total, I looked at the plus 1.5, over 6.5 for Tampa Bay, but I couldn't see. I think this game could go over. Favorite, I ain't gonna say favorite bet, but a bet that you can look at was low. All right, low. You can look at low there. Okay. You can look at Tampa Bay team total over, or whatever the case may be. That's a good bet. That's a good bet. Tampa Bay team total. I'm glad I went back through this just to take a look at it with you all. That's a good bet though. Tampa Bay team total. That's a good bet. It's probably going to be 4.5 or a solid 5. It's a solid 5. I knew it was going to be a solid 5. Fucking motherfuckers. It's going to be a solid 5, but it is what it is. I'm leaning towards Chicago. I'm leaning towards Boston here. Couldn't talk you off the K-Prop for Paxton, and I ain't going to lie, man. You know, I probably don't bet it, but the Chicago White Sox got some tough strikeout pitchers, man. You know, they got some tough strikeout pitches. Chicago White, this Milwaukee game, leaning towards Cleveland in this one here. Leaning towards Detroit. The strikeouts I like the strikeouts for Lopez and Olsen there. Dodgers are nothing for me. Moneyline parlays, run line straights. Favorite bet gonna be like I said, it's gonna be JD. Couldn't talk you off none of it. I think the Dodgers get it in today. All right, I think they get it in today, and you know the deal with this. I'm skipping this Washington game, and then you know the deal with that. Hits, runs, RBI City right here, Los Angeles Angels game. Peace out, y'all. Peace.